What's up guys, I just put in 3 ETH for this thing, and as you saw yesterday I have like 10 ETH, so I gave like 30% of my ETH away just now to get into JRNY's crypto club. Was it worth it? Do I feel buyer's remorse that I just gave away so much of my ETH to this thing? In this video I'm gonna get into it. Alright, so real quick, if you're watching this video right now at my channel, you probably already know what this NFT is about. So I'm gonna go through this section really quick before I get into the next part, which is basically how I'm gonna be playing this. Alright, so first of all, on each of these points, which one am I the most bullish on, basically, right? As soon as the NFT is over, JRNY club holders will be granted access to community chat, private NFT group videos going over high potential NFT sets. Okay. This one is given, right? If you are getting into this and you are, spending this kind of money to get into this project, you believe on his calls, right? This guy got into Bored Ape Yacht Club, Doge Pound, a couple other things. He called pretty good calls before the crash in March, April, around that time, which, many people didn't, almost nobody saw it coming. But given the fact that he has this ability to make calls that are pretty accurate, but also timely, meaning, it's a lot of times hard to, it's easier to tell what's bullish, what's going to work out. It's a lot harder to say what's going to work out and also going to go up, soon after it's posted, or soon after he makes the call, right? So he tries at least to get that part down as well, and he's been doing that for some time without any extra kind of hype. His videos, I think one of his memes are like he never smiles, and he's just always like, "What's up, guys? Welcome to JRNY Crypto. Today we're gonna make." So that whole thing, he's just kind of like not trying to hype things too much, but executes, right? Honestly, a little bit about that I want to say about him, even on this point. When I was looking into basically all the YouTubers and stuff earlier in this year, which feels like a lifetime ago, like in the beginning of this year, I would see how there's a lot of people, right? JRNY, Ben Cohen, and a bunch of other, Sheldon Evans, whatnot. And I would try to understand who's really crushing it. And at that time, and I feel so stupid for thinking this at that time, I thought BitBoy was oh wow, he's he has this whole thing, he's putting up so much videos, and he's also understands how to leverage. He has this big team who's also consulting with other channels and creating other channels that he doesn't put his name on, but they're also getting views and all that stuff. And I had made a judgment on this guy thinking that JRNY kind of seems a little bit lazy compared to these other guys, right? He's doing about roughly one video a day, and many people at his caliber are doing multiple videos a day. Until he started to get these calls right? When he crushed it with Bored Ape Yacht Club, I think he has over 100 of them, and this guy didn't sell. He sold I think just a couple. He has that holding balls, right? So long story short, when I saw it play out and how I saw he used his time to invest in his ability to crush it in actually crypto properly, understanding the space more compared to just being an entertainer only on YouTube, like somebody like BitBoy Crypto, it really differentiated the skills to me and made me bullish on this direction. And since then I've been following him, and I knew I would want to be part of whatever he was going to launch. Earlier in the year he launched something like a course, I believe, or something for $1,000. It sold right away and I couldn't get in. I was like, damn, okay, I want to get in when he launches anything else. Now this comes, I was hoping that it was going to be around 1 ETH, because he said that it's not going to be your typical low priced NFT. I was hoping around 1 ETH, but it was a little bit higher, but I still went for it on the secondary. And I'm glad I did, which I'll get in a second. So my bad. This was supposed to be a quick one for this, but I think this is where I laid out pretty much my entire thing on why I'm getting into it and I'm bullish on his thing. Is basically I believe in his calls and I believe in his ability to execute. All right. So free mint for future JRNY NFT set. I think this is just for so you don't paper hand his NFT set, right? It's cool, all right? That's kind of the way I see that is I'm not oh yay, I'm gonna get free stuff. I'm okay, all right, there's free stuff involved so that the price I paid, it's unlikely to go below the price. But here's the thing, I'm not too worried about if this goes below price. In fact, it's right now, I bought it at 3 ETH because for some reason OpenSea was crashing. I don't know if anybody realized that this morning. It was just not loading. All the bottom row I was trying to get at 2.8, 2.7, 2.9, all crashing. So I just skipped the first couple of rows and went to 3 ETH flat and got it at 3 ETH. All right. Bored Ape Yacht Club and other NFT giveaways. I don't even care for these kind of stuff. Honestly, I don't even like really like apply for it or whatever. Like plus like or whatever you're supposed to do. I don't really do that stuff. Just like I don't know. It's like not what I basically I'm like really craving for here. Community grant of $100,000. I found this interesting. I mean, like this is a pretty similar thing to this. Like in the same caliber, right? Like free NFT sets, and hey, there's gonna be like $100,000 in development that's gonna be going on, so people can see on chain that this guy has a certain amount of funds that's gonna be directly involved in giving back and putting the project forward, which is cool. And 2.5% of recurring, that's a pretty big amount, right? Like I mean, most people take 7.5%. It's like about like 30% you're dedicating just for future community grants in order to consistently add value, etc., utility to the project. It's cool. I think it's very similar actually to this, same kind of mechanism. Maybe this is slightly a little bit of more bullish than this, I would say, just because of the recurring fees here. This is really nothing. I mean, it's a $40 million drop. 100,000 is a drop in the bucket. This is the one that I'd be really like, okay, cool. That could be a pretty good amount. All right, club in the metaverse. This is cool because I know he believes in this. A lot of people say metaverse. They're not really like, but I know JRNY believes in metaverse. Why do I think so? Because he bought 100 Bored Apes and he didn't sell them because he believes, and he keeps on saying that these are going to be the most valuable when the metaverse launches. So this guy, he believes it. As is the space is coming, he believes it's going to be happening and everything's going to be going just like, I mean, pretty much anybody who's been in the space kind of really believes it. But I feel like a lot of people, a lot of big YouTubers and stuff like that, they kind of just use that word as like, oh yeah, some flicky thing on here, let me just get some more views right now. But he's holding all his stuff for things that are metaverse. The way he decides on NFTs, which he's going to hold and stuff, is if he can see them going in the metaverse. So I'm not surprised that he's going to have a club like this in the metaverse. And I think it would be cool, right? I think, I'm looking forward to everything metaverse related. And, like actually when it gets to that point where we can have goggles and go in and everything like that. And I think it would be cool to have a club and hold this all the way through. So quality partnerships. We're currently in the partnerships, and the work will benefit JRNY holders and drive more awareness to demand JRNY NFT sets. So this is basically, like he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the space, and he just has the connections. I mean, he partnered with Doge Pound people to release the first set. So he's not doing this in the cheap way. Like this is not being done by some like third world country like NFT, like some people doing some art or something like that. Just he's basically going to people who has executed at a high level in the space, has their own community and stuff, and partnering to create quality NFTs. Right? Same with when he's going to do the metaverse stuff. I'm pretty sure when he's going to get those 3D done, I don't think he's going to be trying to make his own team become like, the specialist in every single of these things, right? Like he mentioned he's been already developing a good amount of good team for this, but I don't think he's gonna have like a 3D like artist, a normal great artist. I think he's just gonna partner with the best artists that already executed and just get a very high quality stuff done and just pay the price. I mean, he's gonna have the funding, to say the least. $40 million. 2022 NFT blast off. Okay, again, he has stuff planned. I don't think this is a lie or anything like that. I'm pretty sure he already has stuff. He took a while to like launch this NFT set, considering if you look at how long he's been in the space, he's been already crushing it since like April in NFTs. And most people, like a lot of people, even on YouTube, like they don't, not only do they have much less people, much less followers, impact, all that kind of stuff, much less track record. They made like 1 or 2 calls and they just like did an NFT set, right? Like we don't even know if they can execute yet properly. But this guy, I mean, he's been crushing it for some time, and he took his time, and really now to the end of the year he's launching. I'm pretty sure he already has pretty good amount of utility already built in. All right, guys, almost at 9 minutes over here. But basically, this is how my thoughts are on each of these things. The last thing I forgot to mention is the NFT Launchpad. This, if you're looking to release your own NFT, this is like very valuable, I'd say. So this one, it kind of like differs between you as the buyer. If you're looking to launch your own NFT, this is the number one, I would say, reason for you to get in. If you're not looking to launch your own NFT, you're looking to just buy NFTs and be part of a very good group, then I would say this is the number one thing, right? Like as soon as I got the thing, I went into Discord. As you can see, they have all these channels, FAQs, securities, and stuff like that. Boom, now I'm in the clubhouse. This part opened after I verified that I'm in the, I have it in my wallet. So this is gonna be the chat, and I'm thinking this is where they're gonna talk shop between what's coming next, what are the NFTs he's bullish on and stuff like that. And then, and he's gonna have a pretty good crew. Like think about the money flow here, right? In terms of like, so he is gonna make sure himself feels something is bullish, which means quite a bit because he's the, star piece over here who's execute, okay? He releases to his 10,000 people that all paid like $4,000 to $12,000 to get into this thing. So they all have money. So initially that's gonna put a lot of bullish pressure on that NFT set, probably enough to like take it all the way, right? And then not only that, to top it off, he has a YouTube channel, over 500K subscribers, to release it there, plus Twitter. Like the money flow here is gonna be like, I think it's gonna be really hard for any NFT set that gets mentioned there not to take off. Like really, like now that I've even explained it this way. So anyways, that's where I would say this number one value is, right? This is 1 and 2 top, and then after that, if I have to say any for like risk mitigation, are all these other stuff. Free mints, we're doing community grants, 2.5% for ongoing utility. We want to see in the metaverse, all long term. So there's like risk mitigation. I paid 3 ETH. Am I gonna lose my money? That mitigation is done. I think this is gonna go up in value. I think by New Year's, this is gonna be like 8 ETH or something like that. I'm not sure, but this is the thing. I'm not selling, right? I was hoping I could get it at 1 ETH because I wanted to do 2. I want to buy 2 at 1 ETH. I was hoping, and I didn't go in the live mint. I know how these things kind of are with Dutch auctions for something so hyped. I knew that this is you're probably not gonna get it at like a lower price. I paid the price that most people paid in, right? I think only towards the end some people paid like lower, 2 ETH, 1 ETH, and I was hoping those guys are gonna paper hand a little bit more, which I'm not sure if they did. I think I kind of woke up a little bit late today, and you can see here that it's already 2.85. If I reload, let's see what happens. I'm sure it's not gonna be 8.5, it's 8 something else. Oh, it's 8.5, okay, all right, cool. So it's like kind of like holding there for a bit. So, if I had like, more ETH, I would probably buy one more right now. Like if I had like 20 ETH or something, but I have like 6 ETH left. And if you kind of look at what I'm doing here, I'm burning through my ETH pretty quickly. I had 10 ETH beginning of the week. I don't make calls this easily, but since Wolf Game worked out, I've been just kind of like on a run. Need to like slow my roll down a little bit. But long story short, guys, super bullish on this. I'm super, I'm excited. I'm actually excited about like once he starts to speak in the Discord and whatnot, and looking to see what plays out. If you're looking to play this right now and get it, here's my last part before I end the video. I would buy at. If you don't have any and you have the money, I would say at least 10 ETH, right? If I had like 5 ETH, honestly, I wouldn't get into this because I would wait till I execute myself on a few things, or at least 1 or 2 projects before I can get 10, 15 ETH before I put into something like this. To be fully transparent with you guys, like before Wolf Game, I didn't have that much ETH and I wouldn't be getting into this at this kind of price. But since I do have the funds now, then I did get in, right? And so again, I'm giving you my full perspective just so you can be in the same page. It's kind of hard for me to think what I would do if I had different amount because I'm not thinking in that, right? So I'm trying to give you some perspective in that way. But that being said, if you can afford it and you're not going to be afraid if this drops in value, like fluctuates and stuff, which could happen in the short time, like anything else, then by all means, get in. And And if you have a good amount of ETH, you know, if you have over like 20, you could get 2 and probably flip one of them when it gets to about 7, 8, 9 ETH roughly, right? It's like about 2 to 3x your buy-in point, and you'll recoup your entire investment and ride the other one and get all the benefits from the community. It's golden. So that's it, guys. Not to worry about the floor price, honestly. Like, if you really think about what's going on here, like really, Alex Becker's thing, floor price 14 ETH, JRNY is gonna feel personally some hits to his ego if he is not somewhere at least close to that, if not more. To be fully frank, I'm almost sure he has this in his head. Alex came out of nowhere in the crypto space and then launched something that is doing really well. And JRNY is friends with Alex, and you know, there's always that kind of competition between people at that caliber. So having that said, guys, if you watched it till this far, guys, like seriously, guys, like hit the like button. Come on. Just hit the like button. It's a new channel. I'm gonna be hustling for you guys, right? Like I'm gonna be I'm not like I told you, I'm not gonna be doing this for views. Every single one of the videos I put in so far, it's gonna be stuff that I put my own money in, right? So if I burn, if you burn, I burn more. Like I'm gonna be putting my money in, and I'm gonna basically every video I make is gonna be what I believe. It's gonna be bullish. It's either gonna be taking your overall space and your ability to crush it in the space to the next level, or things I believe is gonna 5-10x relatively quickly, right? So hit the bell notification if you're really interested in like the timely drops and whatnot. But a lot of the videos are gonna be like this, which is not really timely, but you know, it's just kind of like my thoughts on it in that way. But please go down below, subscribe, hit the like button. It's gonna help me a lot. I'm a brand new channel, and it really means a lot for me to, you know, like Wolf Game kind of like went up. It honestly excited me a lot, and I'm like feeling more excited to make these videos. It really is like that's it. I'm not gonna say much more. if I don't get, you know, much, I don't feel like making these videos, because I feel like I'm just gonna, you know, do my own little research and try to make my own money. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.